Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here and trying to figure this out. But okay, I hope you're gonna be able to see it better. There you go. First of all, the news is that I'm gonna be travel. This is why the report is for the 2 days in there. Second of all, for the current energies, they're very interesting. As if you're following the yesterday's report, guys, for crossing that bridge, what are you gonna do crossing the bridge? Talking to you a little bit about astrology and understanding the energies of the astrology. Number one, it's that the moon right now, since moved from Saturn, you went through the North Node, you see it, the energies passing through Chiron in there to heal things for and crossing into Taurus. Taurus is about Earth. It's about Earth energies. You to this energy that you're getting, this knowledges that you're getting, these things that you brought within you is about creating the new Earth. Where are you creating the new Earth? You're creating the new Earth at Taurus. You seeding the plant, you earthing the land, you are go ahead and take care of what you build. Okay, you're building in there, and this is what you building for. Take a look your Taurus. Where is it falling within your charts, guys? Because Taurus is important. Okay, this is what you're creating into build. If you have a planet in there, what are you building in there? Where is that is? If that is a, for example, in your first house, you're gonna be have this natural tendency towards or towards farming, towards being living in the forest, being living into close to the earth in there. If that's falling into your fourth house, it's gonna be a beautiful because you're gonna be focused on the material things. Just don't overdo it, you know. Um, for if that is in your seventh house, you're gonna have the love and building that energy of Taurus in there with in you as a including within the relationship. Because that was a tenth house. This is gonna be kind of like a profession. You have something to do with the earth. You have something to build in there in connections with an art form. But what are we talking about here? As a the moon is going to be putting this energies. We have Uranus in there. Tomorrow, the moon is going to be joining Uranus, and that is going to be this beautiful yacht towards the sun. For as the moon, it's going to be crossing through here. Okay, she's going to be opposing Mercury, and you don't want to talk about certain things, how to be getting it done situations that needs to be getting it done. But as the moon, it's going to be joining Uranus. She's going to be understanding the importance of this to be done. To remind you that the earth energies, the way are falling in there, Taurus is the creator, Virgo is the keeper, the protector in there. And here it's coming in Capricorn and earth energies that you do it with your soul. Most of you, I'm suggesting you to read it the first 10 degrees of the Sabian symbols about Capricorn. See it where it's there. Okay. It has to do something with the soul, with the embodiment of the soul. It has to do a lot of this energy that has to be manifesting on earth. Okay. So without being said, it is about building the new earth, but building it professionally, building it in a way that it's designed to withstand. Okay. So now with these energies, as you're gonna be awakening up in there, yeah, you're gonna be facing Mercury. Yes, there's going to be a communications desires of not to talk about this. Oh, I don't want to build in there. I want to be built here. I want to do something that it's more easy. I don't want it to the ground, but you want to eat, right? Where did the food came from? The ground. Somebody has to do it. And with understanding of this kind of like an energy, there's going to be some this internal conflict. So what are you telling to in yourself in there? But that energy is going to be like bring you back to the past. Since simply because the moon is got this divine energies with the south node. It's like, did you forgetting about something? Did you forgetting that the creations begin on earth? God created the earth and he created the trees, the grass, the animals, and so on. Support system. That's what the Taurus is. It is about this support system. And some of the people forgetting about where the support for life it's coming from. It's made, it's created in there. And the moon is going to be reminding to some of you to go back in there, see it in there, see what it is, how's that going to be. And as the moon is going to be transiting within this, a lot of the people don't want to talk about it. Why? It's uncomfortable. It's not the right thing. But when you creating a new roads, it's always uncomfortable. When you bring in it these situations from the past, you need to understand it's kind of like we're missing pattern, we're missing this, we're missing like used to be, or so on. There is a things that is important part of evolutions that has to stay from the past, but they have to be also things of the situations when they have to be purged, removed. You don't want to talk about this. Mercury versus the moon, you don't want to talk about it. Particularly, we are talking about 7 o'clock in the morning, because Mars is with the midheaven, and that beginnings after the full moon in there. You don't want to talk about this, but it's necessary. And this is the part of the uncomfortable thoughts that you are getting there. But what happens in the practice is that these subconscious energies that you got from Pisces, and we're going to get that energy in 6 months from now, is going to be moving into Aries. It's going to be born. It's going to be crossing this bridge. And then that energies are going to be going where? To Taurus. You're going to see it, those energies late in April, beginning in May, which is Taurus season. You're going to be seeing that energies manifesting there because those energies, they're going to be meeting who? Uranus. Okay. So preparations is begin right now within the consciousness with those patterns. All right. And if you're focused within this, God bless your soul. God bless your soul. All right. 7 o'clock in the morning. Nothing pretty much has been changed so far and so far, except that the moon, the intuition is getting into these new positions, these new levels. The moon is going to be looking into the shadow work of the mean Lilith. Why you so mean? Why you so jumpy? Why you so grumpy? What is it this within the relationships that creates all this? And Saturn is like, here, I'm teaching you how to overcome this. It's a part of life. You have to do certain things. You need to do certain things in there. But as the mid heaven, it's gonna be at Leo. Okay, that is going to be this kind of like a dictatorship, dictating that it's going. No, it's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like that. That's how I want it. That's what I want. I need to have somebody else work on the land, but don't take it the land like you should go out there and farm. If you're meant to go out there and farm, you will know about it. But don't forget and appreciate it, which has been given it to you, because you have to build something new, some new base within yourself that is related into preserving what has been built. Um, Pretty kind of like interesting conflicts and energies that are going to be rising up as unhealed patterns. And as we're talking about this at 9 o'clock energy, the ascendant is going to be with Mercury and a midheaven that is at the Leo. It's going to be squaring Uranus. Uranus is right now in Taurus. He says, like, go build a new earth, reevaluate in there. Is the earth that you're building or the earth that was building it's proper? Is everything on the earth matter? It comes in a proper way. Some of you gonna be realizing thinking that because it is about preparations for survival. But is it only that has to be in there? To remind you, Taurus is about control by Venus. It is about love and money. But in Taurus, that is not about love and money. In Taurus, that is it about having produced, create, evaluate, and do it with love. Because that love later on is transferring to Gemini in there. Because in Gemini, we're going to facing conflict. We're going to be facing a conflict. Who's going better? The competitions begins in there within the Gemini from within. And as we are going to go today to that energies in there, the moon is going to be remind you that this uncomfortable thinking, this uncomfortable talks in there of creating something new on earth is actually build it right. Go back and build it right. This is why those divine energies that was early in the morning with the moon, with the south node, is about. Okay, go back into the tribal mode. Go back to that happiness. Go back into this respect, mutuality, and so on and so forth. And there. All right. 10 o'clock in the morning in there, midheaven is going to be at Virgo. As I said in there, Virgo's energy is to protect the Taurus energies. Virgo is about, okay, let's keep it at the trees, let's keep it at the animals, let's keep it at these situations, isn't there? Let's not forget about it. If we begin to destroy what it's on the earth, we'll destroy it ourselves. We need to go ahead and heal things in there. If it's destroyed, you need to go ahead and preserve it in there. Virgo is the hospital. It applies to everything in there. It's applied for all kind of like levels. But right now, it is about one thing. We forgot what is it in our subconscious. Is the midheaven is going to be opposing Saturn? You see these limitations. Why I cannot do it? What is it limit? We make more laws about what cannot do compared to what it needs to be done. And the age of Aquarius is going to be smacking some of those rules. Oh, you cannot grow this, or oh, you cannot grow that. Oh, you have to hire only this, or you have to, it's all about this kind of like policies and policy making in there that actually harming the store's energies. And the Virgos is going to be mad. Trust me, the Virgos is going to be mad. You cannot tell Virgo that cannot heal the earth. Hopefully, you're not doing this. Okay. Now, without being kind of like a set, we're going to be seeing these energies of Jupiter and Chiron, and it's about to comes in, it's grow up, and it's time to heal this because something that it's in the shadow creates certain things in there, and we have to see it. But that energies of this yacht, it is opposing Uranus because guess what? We are facing the universe. Okay, we are facing the universe, and universe says like you cannot make laws; they are based and of destructions. You have to recreate laws. They're created on creation, and this is gonna culminate to a lot of it. This is gonna be in a personal level. This is gonna be like you building, rebuilding yourself. You find out what it needs to be. You probably gonna be working at something related either to the a new job, new ways. You maybe gonna go out and thinking about self-efficiency because self-efficiency is a Taurus. That is what this is. Taurus is a self-efficiency. The ecosystem that was built through Taurus, in there it's a self-efficiency. But guess what? We, as a humans, we evolved within there, and then the ecosystem is all falling apart. But if you look at it within ourselves in there, we actually, within ourselves, we begin to develop those patterns in there that we do not create anymore. We create electronics and so on and so on. And but we're talking about in our house, we're beginning to destroy it more. And that leads from the inner destructions that has been done over the years from within the human behavior patterns, cultures, religions, however you want, and so forth and so forth, and there. So with this kind of like thoughts and patterns that's gonna come in as a Pluto is about ready to go into Aquarius for This particular Virgo's energies that it's coming in, it is about connecting with Uranus, with Pluto, and it's connecting with Neptune. Those three guys, I say it and I keep saying it to you guys. They're going to be staying for a while to fixing the earth. We have to fixing the basis, go back into the basis, go back into this basis appreciation, so respectful. You disrespect Taurus. God bless your soul if you're gonna be alive. The one thing the Taurus has is like if you destroy what they built, you're dead. You don't exist. Their own madness about that is because you are going against their nature in there. And a Virgo is the one that, okay, let's heal this. Let's heal the earth. And right now, with that energies that's going to be that Virgo coming in there, we're seeing that authority that's going to be coming in there is that powerful subconscious patterns from Neptune. They're going towards the sun at Libra, a coming in also the divine energies from Uranus, who is at where? At Taurus. And tomorrow, these preparations that you're doing today is going to be reflecting tomorrow. You're going to see it. Very powerful divine energies. Because divine said, I created for you. What did you do with the creations I create? And for some of you, it's going to be like, okay, God created me in this way, but I recreate myself so I can fit in the society. And now it's everything goes down the hill. Why it goes down the hill? You took the original creations to something else. You twisted, breaking it, and so on from within yourself. But the society is accepting that, right? So a lot of this kind of like earth energies, they're gonna be really coming. Everything comes down to the earth, okay? Earth, because this is the final hours of Pluto is gonna be at Capricorn. After that, he's like crossing over. Move, move on. It's enough. Okay. All right. So, talking about 12 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be with the Lilith. You see that energies with Saturn right here. The dark limitations. This is kind of like the limitations they put it in for, and this is kind of like a leading to a relationship. You're going out, you back in the days, you wanted to do something in there. Guess what? You went out and do it, right? You don't have to have a permit for this, permit for that, pay to this, pay to that, go get this, go get architectural plans, go get it, and so on and so on. It was too much, was too easy in there. Nowadays, though, you have to do so many things. And this is what's going to be those kind of like a patterns that are going to be revealed because when you build yourself, you're going to find like well, I need to do this, I need to do that, I have to face this, and so on and so on. But also within yourself, take a look what kind of permissions you putting from within you. Those permissions that then allows you to build because you put something in there. And the moon is about to remind you about this because during that positions of the midheaven with both Liliths in there, it is about to find the meaning, but you're also finding the truths. Yeah, of course, the truth has to be coming out. So there is these positions of they coming out on the surface, and those situations in there within yourself about the building the new. It's really, really coming up. All right, 1 o'clock, authority time. Midheaven is with the sun. A lot of the divine energies are coming. A lot of talks, a lot of communications. Mars, it's facing it. This energy is like, okay, if they don't build me, I'll do it anyway. Be mindful about this energies because that could be a destructive energies in there. This can lead to a lot of revolutions here as an art about it. It's like we make more regulations and laws about it and things that prevent us to do something instead of making a things a situation so we can actually create. And the Mars being in a Cancer, this kind of like a protective mode and so on is like, okay, you want me to have a family, but you don't provide jobs. There is no jobs openings. There is no thinks there is no this and there's no that, and I want to build this and this and that, and I cannot do it. There's going to be a lot of uprising coming. I'm talking about you're going to be seeing it. This Mars is going to go to Leo, and he's going to come back here. He's got to come back to finish the job. Right now, he's discovering the problems when it goes forward. Okay, and if he goes on Leo facing this government situations and so on, as a Leo represents in there, facing the king, he's gonna figure out, okay, the king has to come down, and I'm expecting within a 6 to 8 months a lot of uprising. Okay, we'll see how this is gonna go, but with this kind of like of energy of Mars opposing Pluto, you can expect anything. All right. Talking about the next hour, which is that's going to be at 2 o'clock energies in there. The midheaven is at Scorpio, diving within the underworld, but diving within the subconscious in there, going it with these sub emotions buried within you. And Saturn is going to be like here how you create new things. Here how it has to do it the proper way. Saturn is going to be working with the intuition into our Saturn is going to be telling you here, you see this, those are limitations, but this, there is no limitations. Take that and you create what you need from there. So there's going to be this kind of like a very beautiful energies of Saturn that gives you the logic. How can you do the impossible? Okay. Saturn is the one that makes the things possible when it's impossible. Take a look where your Saturn is because Saturn can represent limitations, but Saturn represents limited opportunities. Open. Things that are hidden within you, your hidden power, your hidden knowledge, your hidden energies that it's in there. And at that current moment of time in there, Saturn is a very beautiful energies. He doesn't have negative aspects in there. While the ascendant is together with it's in Capricorn. He is squaring Lilith, but he's also squaring what? The North Node. Okay. It is about like, well, I don't see this. If you see these limitations, you're gonna be basically quit. But when you see the possibilities, here's what happened in there with this Capricorn energy. It's very beautiful trines here with the moon. The moon is going to Saturn, and Saturn goes into the midheaven. Here is the job's done. Okay. But at the same time, that ascendant that it goes in there, you're going to be talking with the Mercury. And now Mercury is in divine energies with the North Node. Proper communications, proper understandings that it's coming in towards you. And what you're telling to yourself is crucial at this moment because your intuition doesn't want to talk about it. Your intuition wants to learn to understand what it needs to be performed. It's the same thing as the Taurus, and there for it, that intuition in there of the Taurus. The Taurus, what it says: "Hey, I'm eating my grass. I'm the cow. I'm making the milk that's gonna feed you. Don't disturb me. Don't make anything. I know what I'm doing. Chill and relax." You don't relax that Taurus energies in there. You go ahead against the bull. Guess what's happening in there? Okay. So seeing it within yourself and so on. Hi, Sunshine. You said that 2945 Capricorn, it has been interesting few years for me. Yes, that 29 degrees of Capricorn, that is at the beginning on the one side of the bridge that leads in there. You're walking into the bridge, and here's the Age of Aquarius. And that 29 degrees of Capricorn, that is a staying in the line. I was talking about the bridge yesterday, but there is quite a few bridges. There is a bridge between Pisces and Aries. Very important, crucial bridge in there from subconsciousness to manifest in the world. The ideas they're building within the Pisces to be born in Aries. Then from Aries, you take that energies and you start making it the Taurus, which is that's what the today's energies is. But Pluto and a Capricorn in there, that particular energies between Capricorn and Leo in there, it is very interesting in there because that is the opposite side of what the sun and the moon create. The sun and the moon are in there, that 29 degrees of Cancer, that little bridge in there is the center. Okay, it's that center of creations in there between feminine and masculine. But on the other side, it is the spirit. You see, um, Cancer and Leo, they are personal, while Capricorn and Aquarius, they are with others. And exactly on that 29 degrees Capricorn towards Aquarius, that is it, the bridge. And they can be a very interesting energies if you have something in there, because if you have a Saturn in there in your chart, depends of the rest of the configurations, sunshine in there, you're gonna get in a lot of wisdom for, but you're also gonna have to face a lot of limitations. It all depends on your personal chart. If you need some help with your personal chart, shoot me an email in there. Working with people, so explaining all this, because right now this is a reading. I'm taking off the time to do your personal informations here. But Sunshine, take a look at the aspects in there. If you need some help, as I said, the email is below. You can send me an email and we can go from there. All right. Now, going back into the report, 3 o'clock in there, as the sun right now is at the end of Libra, and we have Mars, and we have Chiron, and we have these unhealed masculine energies, and we're going forward. We're going forward. Okay? Evolution doesn't stop. Maybe you cannot perform, other people will. Maybe you cannot do things, other people will. And this is what they said. That some people gonna wonder what happens. Some people's gonna watch, and they're not gonna participate. But there's gonna be those people that just gonna take off. They're like, I've been waiting for this bridge all my life. I've been waiting for this energies over there. I've been waiting for go ahead and build this new earth. And other people just gonna sit and wait for it, but they will not gonna understand what that is happening. The shift in the consciousness that creates a better life, and that's what this age of Aquarius is. There's gonna be like, I don't care if you wanna join or not. I'm doing it for me, and based on me, I'm gonna be supporting what it is out there for others. And if they join me, they join me. If they don't join me, I'm fine. So this is kind of like this energies is going to be particularly interesting to be monitored, because on a base of personality, it's building the collective consciousness, awakening. All right. Because we're talking about that energies, the ascendant in there at Aquarius is going to be beautiful, because that is a trining Jupiter, trining the Sun. But Jupiter right now, it's like, hey, are you friendly when you do this? Can I remind you that when you built your farm, and there was a people that when you built your farm, you built this great and you have a great fruitations and so on, and others could not do it. They got jealous of you. Can I remind you about Cain and Abel, the two brothers? They fight for this, and yeah, you build it with friendshipness in there. Here is that we are finding out what this energy has to be, right? Innovations with friendshipness and balance in beauty. Air. They have to be filled within the air, because those vibrations in the air, they are important. The trees is the fruits, they're going to be helpful. The animals that you're building and everything, they're helpful there. You create them to help them so they can have living life in there, not just going out there and destroys them. Okay, because the energies is transferred from one to another. Okay, so this is going to be some interesting patterns, interesting thoughts in there. But as adapt is been, that's how we're going to be able to heal. Okay, we're going to be go ahead and reheal the planet. So once we reheal the planet, we're going to be reheal the society that way. When society begins to be rehealed, it comes from where? From our personal things. So our energy is going to be affecting with all this process of the planet. So we have a choices: destroy or rebuild. It all depends on us. So this is why the moon is going to be kind of like a moody with this, but she's in the proper way because of Saturn. And the next hour, which is going to be at the 5 o'clock energies in there, the midheaven, it's pointing towards Uranus. Oh, yeah. I said that 2 days ago, 3 days ago. The universe is exactly. The universe is monitoring, is watching you in there. As it's supporting the sees how you're gonna be able to do. Can you stay in the matrix or get out of there? Can you be able to build a new earth as the universe is calling for? This is kind of like a calling the tribes to performs. And with this kind of like a calling the shots from the yesterday's reports. Before a ship is going to be shipped out there with a lot of people and so on, it's naturally selection, right? Who's selecting someone, selecting and so on and so on. And if you're selected by the universe, trying to escape, there will be no escape. You can escape, you can hide, and the universe is going to say, okay, next life you're going to be doing it this and so forth. I'm going to send somebody else. Just because you cannot do it, I'm going to send somebody else. That's how the universe makes an adjustment. That's what the universe right now is watching you. What are you going to do? Are you going to be work for the universe as the universe supporting? There's a lot of divine energies right now facing it. In the next few days, we are going to have these divine energies coming from Uranus towards the Earth. This is going to be another 4 or 5 days that those energies are going to be as we're transiting into what? Into the shadow, into the underworld, seeking at what happens in the underworld. Maybe we see the things in the surface, but when we go down, we are going to finding things you wish you never went in there to find it. Okay, you're going to find this limits, this things, this stuff. They made it because you cannot make certain things because this is not benefit for certain people. That is a Scorpio's energy. Let me remind you, what is Scorpio holds in there? Scorpio is this investment companies they created. They're working with an undershadow, the financial pyramids, the secret financial operations, the secret borrowing, this kind of like money laundering. What do you think that is? That it's there. What is that is helping you into the proper earth? No, it doesn't. So a lot of this hidden stuff is going to be just here coming out. Okay. All right. 6 p.m. Ascendant is at Aries and Taurus. It's opposing the sun. Midheaven is at Capricorn, facing at this work of the truth that needs to be done. The both Liliths are coming together. That is it about the mean and the truth is going to work. Again, you have to pay attention to both patterns, positive and negative inside of you for it. So with that kind of like of energies, seeking at the situation, seeking at the things for as the moon, it's gonna be looking at those limits. It's like intuition is gonna be like, okay, you both come to me for information. Each one is the truth. The mean is gonna be, I'm a mean because this and this is, doesn't happen. And the truth, Lilith is gonna comes out is like, yeah, I'm seeing it this because this and this. And when you look at it and put both informations within yourself, here is your absolute truth. in there. Okay. And now since Venus is coming out of a Sag, right now there's going to be I'm seeing it that a lot of new information. So all of a sudden it's going to be kind of like a kicked out. Oh my God, this is what happens in this. This is what happens in that. A lot of secrets exposures, a lot of things is gonna comes out in there because of this secretivity of Scorpio rising up on the surface. And now the firing Sag, that is it, the journalism, it's in there, the writers is in there, the free expressions is in there, and for you, that expression is coming out for what? Let's change. Beautiful sextile with Pluto. Let's go ahead and achieve what we're supposed to because we're seeing that this thing that we are doing it right now as a society and Earth doesn't do the work. We're accepting patterns. They are destructive as a normal. Is that good? No, it's not. And this is what Venus is going to be focused within those energies for. As the next hour, we're going to be learning what's going to happen tomorrow. And I'm going to be talking to you guys about what's going to happen tomorrow and about a little bit in this for as the moon is going to be right there. The moon is going to be joining Uranus. Uranus is going to be telling you, look what they did to the earth. They cut the trees, they still cutting the trees. You are abusing the water, you're abusing the natural resources, you don't helping the earth to breathe, and so on and so on. You're not supporting the farmers, you're not supporting this, you're fighting for resources, you're fighting for this, and so on. All this things is gonna come out in there. And you're gonna be like, okay, let me get my piece of this and I can create what I need to create. And it's what Uranus is. Okay. Get your own stuffs in order into material world to fix the earth. Whatever you have to be doing it with that. All right, as the midheaven is at the last of the Capricorn's energy is like what is it the end? Okay, it's needed. Changes as needed. As divine is all over into the playground of the energies for. And tomorrow, this particular energy is for. I'm going to show you how that energy is going to change. That changed because today you're learning the process. But tomorrow, the process of this energies up here is going to be really straightforward. Okay. You see that energy, how is strong, it's powerful, it's clear. The path will be clear from the universe, and it's going to be like, go ahead, do it. All right. Continue going on at 8 o'clock in there for. By the way, I have to get back one day behind. There you go. As we are going on in there, the ascendant is going to be with Jupiter for it is the growth. But the growth right now is reversing. Why we haven't grown? Why we haven't made this? Why some things is not getting that's supposed to be? Oh, we're not friends. A lot of enemy creations is in there. It has to be reevaluated. It has to be looked. It has to be created in a more friendly, even in all the communities. I'm talking about the twin flame communities currently. The situations are all mess. I'm looking at some of the spiritual communities. Everybody knows about it, and everyone, his situations are different. Expressions are different. Who did what did? Who makes more money? Who? How? Looking at inside of you, that personality and that what you're here for. Remind yourself about this. You cannot be a friend with everybody because not everyone is friend with their own selves. You look at the friendshipness within you. Okay. This is what Jupiter wants. You're seeing it through this. Okay. And it's remind you there is something is missing there. Some kind of things are missing. All right. It's all about the love in there. It's about the love, the creations of the family as Pluto and Venus are going to point those yacht. You have something in the first degrees of Cancer in there. What's gonna happen if we destroy the Earth and the Earth doesn't support life anymore? Ever thought about that? Are we gonna be surviving? No, we don't. And this is what Pluto and Venus is going to be talking about. You're going to see it probably in the news. You're probably going to see it a lot of conferences, a lot of things, and so on. A lot of things is going to be coming out with these situations that something has been done underneath the table, under the secretivity, and so on and so on, about using those natural resources and making money. Now, these natural resources that supporting life they're creating issues and we cannot be able to create the family lives. And right now there is a problem. But what kind of problem is in there? Big problem. Existence. And this is what some of the people don't think about it. And this is what Aquarius comes in. It's like, it's time to change. There's going to be some changes in the next few years. We are going to have this really situations because the Scorpio season that it's coming, it's going to be digging up the dirt. A lot of dirt is going to come out. Talking about in the next month, you're going to be digging it within it, or looking at within it. A lot of dirt is going to come out in personal, the international levels, in politics, in economics, in the justice systems. There's going to be need for adjustments in there. So this is going to be, okay, you before maybe digging it with hand. Now you're going to be going with the bulldozer, digging it funny energy, but that's how it's gonna be. Okay, that's what it's going to be. All right. And at 11 o'clock, as usual, the divine energies, they're gonna be looking at to that bridge of Pisces areas. It's gonna remind you about yesterday's and so on and so on for you're gonna be getting it into those energies for and as you see it those intensified energies in there which is this is gonna be at the 19th where the moon is gonna be passing after with Uranus. You're gonna be seeing it those situations have calmed down in the base of creation and creations with peace, love, and harmony as the sun and Libra does that. Okay. But in order to do this, we are going to be looking at the previous day of what really we have to face. Okay. What really have to face because the moon there is going to be up here. She's going to be looking at your Saturn. She's going to be looking at your Saturn at 11 o'clock with that energy in there. And she's going to be seeing it like, I need that wisdom. I have to be wise of what my actions is doing. Do I'm supporting system that destroys the world? I am creating a system that creates the world. You get it? Are you going to supporting the matrix or are you going to be supporting the existence? So there's gonna be some all of those challenges that it's gonna come out, and on the 19th, be mindful about this energies at 9 p.m. In there. Still, there's gonna be some all the energies, all the soups is gonna come out for as the moon is beginning to look at it to true and the mean Lilith in there at 9 p.m. on the 19th for another key hour here to look is this. That is at about 6 p.m. Okay. This moon, as I point out towards Lilith, the inner work of Capricorn, that is it, the Capricorn who is like, we don't have this, we don't have that. I can't perform this surgery, I can't perform this, and so on. You need to learn to calm down in that with that energies. Okay, those energy critically for it, it is because of these limits in there. It's so nice to have a surgeon that he has everything on the table, but when the one surgeon's missing a critical, crucial tools, he cannot be able to do it. And some of the limitations right here is like, okay, Mr. Surgeon, pay $200 and here is the tool for you. And the surgeon is like, no, This is a humanitarian situations. I need to be able to do it. You guys have no soul. Why I have to give you this? So it's gonna be some pretty interesting earth, down to earth energies that really, yeah. Um, for another hour to pay on a 19, that's 3 o'clock energies. The ascendant is with that Pluto facing Mars energies for make sure that you're looking towards the universe and the midheaven that's going to be with Venus. It's about doing it with love. Okay, focus it in there. Don't fight because right now Venus fighting Uranus is never good. If you are fighting, if you are fighting for love, if you are codependent, if you are a chaser in chasing something in there, it's running because the universe is removing it from it in you. Don't chase, don't beg, create, make, develop you. And this is why you show up your strength, your power, first of all, to yourself. So you know from within what you are built with this. Okay. So another hour, pay attention, is 1 o'clock energies, the divine energies is going to be having those expressions, and that is going to be the midheaven energies powered up with their authority. But as I said, be mindful. The universe is watching you because he's like, I'm watching your actions and reactions, and I have to make an adjustments within you. I give you the energies back when he was forward. Okay, we're talking about pay attention to this February, March energies when the Uranus went out forward direct. He begins to give you an energies, and right now he's looking at. He's like, I see what you've done it, and I keep an eye on it. You are adjusting because I'm gonna send you back. This is kind of like you went to the bank and the bank give you a credit and you didn't did anything. You just kind of like use the money for something else, and the bank is like, I give you to build a farm, and as far as I see here, it's only a bonus. What did you build? Well, give me my money back. So don't be surprised if the universe takes something from you. Don't be surprised. Okay. Uranus is unpredictable changes in there. Okay. For it. And another hour there. It's 10 o'clock in the morning because the ascendant is going to be at Scorpio. That is going to be a Jupiter Chiron situations. This is what this particular energy comes in, and there is like digging it deep. Let's figure it out. That stuff is going to come. And as I say about these energies in there, guys, about this Scorpio's energy, I want to show you what's coming. Okay. Look at it, particularly that the energies of Scorpio. Let me move you in there so you guys can see it right in here. We're talking about Jupiter and the Chiron divine energies towards the authority. When that energy hits, okay, this has been the 10th of November because the next day is what? Next day is 11/11. See it, what's happening in there. That shadow works, those hidden things, this hidden agenda is going to come out on the surface, and then everyone is going to be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. There's going to be a shadow, kind of like a panicking in there because Mercury, it's going to be here with the Moon and Saturn. And the intuition is going to be finding out that's like, what am I supposed to do? So this is at a time where the right information is just going to be just kind of coming out. Of course, there's going to be some forces that don't want to have that information system there. Of course, there's going to be, if there is a one side of energy, there is also an energy on the other end. Every energy, positive and negative, has its own opposite. Okay. But when you combine and understand the wisdom of awakening within you, within the both sides of the realms of those energies, put them together, you begin to do something that was almost impossible. And that's what Saturn wants to do the impossible, to develop these energies of creations that you develop to something new. And that's how evolution is. That is the purpose of the evolution that works with this. Look here, where is your Saturn is? Saturn can tell you your limitations, but that Saturn is going to tell you also the answers from within you. Okay. All right, guys. That's all I have. If you have any questions, any concerns for it, I'm going to be traveling. That's what I did the report for the 2 days. I will be seeing you about 3 days from now for it, 2, 3 days for. And that's where I'm leaving you. I hope those reports helps you in your life in there. I hope that you're going to be okay, very well taken care of. And most of all, as an advice, follow your soul, following your soul, because the soul journey wants to have an additional world. Soul wants to connect with the spirit. But to connect with the spirit, you have to cross the bridge in the spiritual world. That's what this is. It doesn't called soul world. It's called spiritual world. Okay. So your soul to connect with the spirit. Spirit there exists in the universe. All right, guys, that's the bridge. Be love. I'll see you next time. Let me give you some hearts of love and those gifts of love, guys. Here you go. Take it as much as you need it, guys. See you next time. Be love.